May 2025. America had seen it all before, or so we thought. Trump, back in the White House, wasted no time. His promise? To make America great again. His weapon of choice, the deportation machine, reloaded and ready to fire. A new self-deportation policy, leave willingly or face the consequences. The message was clear. America was closed for business. Within weeks, the numbers were staggering. 37,660 deported in the first month alone. Families torn apart, lives uprooted. The American dream transformed into a nightmare, but this was just the beginning. Trump's deportation crusade was only getting started. The policy, a twisted echo of his first term, sent shockwaves across the nation. Immigrant communities, already living in fear, braced themselves for the worst. Lawyers scrambled to file lawsuits. Activists took to the streets. America was at a crossroads, and the path ahead was shrouded in uncertainty. The numbers were more than just statistics. They were human beings. 37,660 individuals ripped from their homes, their dreams, their lives. And it wasn't just about undocumented immigrants. Trump's net was cast wide, ensnaring anyone he deemed undesirable. Students on visas, their futures now uncertain, parents of US citizens separated from their children. The message was clear. In Trump's America, no one was safe. The administration boasted about the efficiency of the deportations. They called it restoring law and order. But behind the rhetoric lay a much darker reality. Stories emerged of families being separated at the grocery store, of children being taken from their schools. The fear was palpable, the trauma real. This wasn't just about immigration policy, it was about something far more sinister. It was about power, about control, about sending a message. Then came a story so horrifying it shook even the most cynical observers. 3 US citizen children deported to Honduras. Their crime? Being born to mothers who were undocumented. The Trump administration claimed it was a mistake, that the children could return. But the mothers disputed this, saying they were given no choice. They were simply herded onto a plane and flown thousands of miles away from their home, their language, their lives. The case of the deported children became a lightning rod, a symbol of the administration's cruelty and incompetence. It highlighted the human cost of Trump's deportation crusade, the way in which the system was designed to chew up and spit out the most vulnerable among us. It was a stark reminder that in Trump's America, even being a citizen was no longer a guarantee of protection. But the courts, at least for now, offered a glimmer of hope. Judges across the country, both Republican and Democrat, pushed back against Trump's draconian policies. Judge Fernando Rodriguez Jr. ruled Trump's use of the Alien Enemies Act to deport Venezuelans unlawful. Judge Brian Murphy ordered that migrants held at Guantanamo Bay be given a chance to contest unsafe deportations. The Supreme Court, in a rare show of defiance, issued 3 rebukes to the administration, demanding reasonable due process. The legal battles were far from over, but these early victories offered a powerful message. Trump was not above the law. The courts were a vital line of defense against executive overreach. But for how long? Trump, never one to back down from a fight, vowed to appeal the rulings. The stage was set for a showdown, a battle for the soul of America. Section 5, Kilmar Abrego Garcia, a pawn in a political game. The case of Kilmar Abrego Garcia brought the issue into sharp focus. Falsely labeled an MS-13 member, he was deported to El Salvador despite a 2019 court order preventing his removal. The Supreme Court, in a rare unanimous decision, ordered his return. But El Salvador's president, Nayib Bukele, a Trump ally, vowed to keep him imprisoned. Garcia, caught in a geopolitical tug-of-war, became a pawn in a game far bigger than himself. His story highlighted the dangerous nexus of Trump's anti-immigrant animus and his cozy relationships with authoritarian leaders. It showed how far Trump was willing to go to advance his agenda, even if it meant sacrificing the rights and freedoms of individuals. Garcia's fate hung in the balance, a stark reminder of the human cost of political gamesmanship. Section 6, the walls close in Venezuela. Next, and then there were the Venezuelans, 300,000 of them living in the US under temporary protected status. Their future, uncertain, hung on a Supreme Court decision. Trump had made it clear he saw them as a threat, labeling them criminals and socialists. Rumors swirled that he planned to use the Alien Enemies Act to deport them en masse, despite a lower court ruling deeming it unlawful. The fear was palpable in the Venezuelan community. Many had fled political persecution and economic collapse, only to find themselves once again facing an uncertain future. Their fate was a harbinger of things to come. If Trump could successfully deport hundreds of thousands of Venezuelans, what was to stop him from targeting other groups? The implications were chilling. Section 7. From the streets to the feeds, a nation divided. America was a nation divided. On one side, the protesters taking to the streets, chanting slogans like "No papers, no fear in immigrants, make America great." On the other side, Trump's supporters cheering him on, praising his tough stance on immigration. Social media became a battleground, with hashtags like #DeportationForce and #ResistTrump trending daily. Celebrities and influencers weighed in, using their platforms to either condemn or condone Trump's actions. The division was deep, the rhetoric heated. America, it seemed, was engaged in a conversation with itself, but no one was listening. Section 8. Alcatraz, a symbol of America's past, a warning for its future. Then came the rumors. Alcatraz. The infamous former prison, a symbol of America's dark past, was being considered as a detention center for migrants. The idea was floated by a White House spokesperson who called it a humane alternative to overcrowded detention centers. The irony was lost on no one. Alcatraz, a place synonymous with isolation and despair, as a solution to America's immigration problem. It was a chilling reminder of how far down the rabbit hole America had gone. The message was clear: in Trump's America, there was no room for compassion, no room for empathy, no room for anything other than blind obedience.
Sir, no, sir!
Section 9. The fight continues. What's next for America's soul? As the sun sets on another day in Trump's America, the question remains, what next? The deportation machine continues to churn. Families continue to be torn apart, and the courts are locked in a battle for the soul of the nation. The future is uncertain, but one thing is clear: the fight is far from over. The resistance is growing, fueled by a deep-seated belief in the promise of America, a promise of justice, of equality, of opportunity for all. The stakes have never been higher. The time to choose sides is now. Will America succumb to the politics of fear and division, or will it rise to the challenge and reclaim its soul? The answer, my friends, is up to us.